Some of the best Japanese films worth watching are in the comedy genre, and if you've only been watching J-horrors and samurai films, it's high time you gave Japanese comedies a shot. That being said, the Japanese sense of humour is quite different from the typical humour in Western comedies, and sometimes it might feel like an acquired taste that takes a while to fall in love with. However, once you do get into Japanese comedies, you'll probably be binge watching them for months because they are that good. Here at Asian Film Fans, we want to get you started on your Japanese comedy journey, so here's a list of 5 highly recommended Japanese comedy films. Let's get this list started. Can you believe this is the first in a series of 48 films? The longest running film series in the world. Yes, more films than Carry On, Emmanuel, and Friday the 13th. And this really is a must-watch classic Japanese comedy. Kiyoshi Atsumi plays Tora-san, one of the most beloved characters in Japanese cinema, with a nationwide fan following. His kind-hearted and free-spirited personality makes him a true delight to watch, while his bad luck in finding a romantic partner and creating havoc in the family in the process of going after his love interest is something the viewers can wholeheartedly sympathize with. Simple and predictable, yet thoroughly entertaining with a magnetic character that is impossible not to fall in love with. It's Tough Being a Man is a comedy that even those who are not familiar with Japanese humor will enjoy and possibly get addicted to. The second feature film from Satoshi Miki, a director known for his quirky and charming comedy movies like Adrift in Tokyo and Instant Swamp, is this little gem starring Japanese Academy Award-winning actress Juri Ueno from Swing Girls. The protagonist of the story is the young housewife Suzumi, who is living with a pet turtle as her only daily company, while her husband, who lives abroad, only calls her to check up on the turtle's well-being. Her life and everything she is and has ever been is the epitome of boredom, mundanity, and ordinary, which she's grown tired of. One day, she reaches out to a spy recruitment agency where she is recruited by a middle-aged couple who trains her to become a spy. Her ordinariness, which has become a curse, turns out to be a strength in being an inconspicuous spy, making her a more purposeful and confident person even after she goes back to her ordinary life. Do not go into this movie expecting lots of spy movie action and energetic entertainment. Much like Satoshi Miki's other comedy movies, the key word of this movie's humor is subtlety. The humor in this movie is utterly random and often surreal, such as a middle-aged hairdresser starting to dance in the middle of his salon, a turtle sporting a red and white parachute, and a plumber insisting the protagonist come to his office so that he can show her the proof of a squid which was blocking a drainage pipe. Random? Right. But that's one of the unique things about offbeat Japanese comedy movies that makes them so refreshingly different from the comedy stereotypes. If it feels like all Japanese comedies are quaint, calm, and gentle, this is the perfect example to prove that the polar opposite also exists, and thankfully so. While other Japanese comedies might have made you smile internally with their witty and thoughtful lines, this movie from very early on will have you in tears, from laughing too hard. Its wildly imaginative, bold, and flashy style is one of the most unapologetically original movies out there. The story is about an architect called Lucius, who lives in ancient Rome and is assigned by the Roman emperor with a difficult task: to improve the Roman bathhouses. While sitting inside a bath at a Thermae, a Roman bathhouse, Lucius time travels to a modern-day bathhouse in Tokyo. Why and how we don't know, and who needs it to make sense anyway. He finds himself amidst a group of naked octogenarians having a bath at a sentu. This is where the hilarious fish out of water gags start to drop one after another, making you laugh until your jaws hurt. Lucius is amazed and impressed by everything he sees in Japanese bathhouse, and he draws inspiration and ideas to improve the Roman ones when he gets back. Mixing ancient Rome, its bathhouse culture, opera music, and all the small details of Japanese bath culture by using unexplained time travel might seem like a crazy idea, and indeed it is. A crazy idea that works so well that it was the highest grossing Japanese movie at the Japanese box office in 2012. Based on an award-winning manga series of the same name, screened at multiple international film festivals, and filmed at the Roman Cinecittà Film Studios, Thermae Romae should be on your must-watch list of Japanese cult classic comedies. The original movie poster for Waterboys flaunts the Japanese tagline written in bold letters, "Synchronized swimming, males only?" And this refreshingly original idea is what sets it apart from other Japanese sports comedy movies. This unique idea is combined with the triumph of the nerdy underdogs and other familiar sports stories elements skillfully by award-winning director Shinobu Yaguchi, known for another Zero to Hero movie, Swing Girls. To watch the 5 geeky high school boys trying to learn synchronized swimming despite being laughed at by their peers and finally delivering their performance is entertaining and uplifting. The comedy is wacky and anime-esque, making anyone, regardless of age or cultural background, burst into laughter throughout the movie. This movie is one of the most popular movies to be shown at Japanese language classes and social movie nights, and is also one of those feel-good movies that transcends language and cultural barriers. Director Yosuke Fujita's debut film, Fine, Totally Fine, might seem like just another Japanese slice of life comedy movie in the offbeat category, but do not let this little gem get lost amidst the others. It will pleasantly surprise you as it has many others, winning not only the viewers' hearts, but the audience awards at the 2008 New York Asian Film Festival and the grand prize at Nippon Connection Film Festival in Germany. The overly used premise of 3 socially awkward people in their 30s find themselves in a love triangle when trying to figure out life and relationships is given a fresh perspective by the very capable actors who bring the main characters to life. Along with the movie's slow and quiet progression, you'll find yourself deeply caring about Teru, played by Yoshiyoshi Arakawa, Hisanobu, played by Yoshinori Okada, and Akari, played by Yoshino Kimura. The movie's humor comes from the expressions delivered excellently by each of the characters, and by subtle comedic lines which, if you can connect to, will leave you having multiple hearty laughs throughout the movie. So what did you think of our Japanese comedy recommendations? Which ones have you seen? Which ones do you want to see? And what movies would you recommend to someone wanting to get into Japanese comedy films? Thank you for watching this video. Please press the like button if you enjoyed it and subscribe to see more videos like this in the future.